For years, we watched Reito Nakayama, the golden boy drafted for the infield, the potential future starting shortstop of the Yomiuri Giants, hone his craft in the dirt, anchored by the expectation that he was destined to be the anchor of the defense up the middle. Then the announcement dropped, sharp and sudden, severing his professional identity. The infield glove is gone. The internal designation has been officially altered.
What we initially thought was a temporary experiment, a mid-season stopgap born of necessity, has been cemented as his permanent destiny, and with it the undeniable, agonizing tension of whether the Giants just threw away their future starting shortstop for a defensive specialist, or whether they've just unlocked a weapon so potent it redefines the entire defense.
Welcome back to 617 News, where we track the seismic shifts in NPB that redefine careers. Today, we're not just analyzing a roster move, we're witnessing the official, irreversible birth of an entirely new defensive weapon for the Yomiuri Giants, and we must ask, is this positional surrender or strategic genius?
This transition from Naya to Gaia is far more than changing a number in a database. It is a psychological and professional pivot. The acceptance that his greatest contribution may lie hundreds of feet farther from home plate than he ever envisioned. I heard one veteran coach, a man who mentored several Gold Glovers, remark, "I still see the shortstop in his eyes when he takes the field, even out in right."
This isn't just a position change. For a young player, it's an existential crisis. He was groomed for the prestige of the inner circle. But this is where the cold, hard data intervenes, overwhelming sentiment with undeniable proof. Manager Abe wasn't making a suggestion last season when he transitioned Nakayama to the grass. He was acting on data that definitively showed Nakayama possessed the widest defensive range on the entire Giants roster, including the established outfielders. We're talking about a player who, in only 103 games, and a fraction of those starts in the outfield, racked up 6 assists, tying him for the Central League lead among outfielders. 6 assists. That figure isn't an accident. It's a statement of force, a declaration that his strong arm, the one that used to make the deep hole throw from short look effortless, translates perfectly to cutting down runners trying to take extra bases.
The counterargument, the one you hear whispered in the corners of the Tokyo Dome, is that the outfield is too crowded. You have FA acquisition Shogo Matsumoto, you have the potential powerhouse Kensuke Cabbage vying for a starting spot, and you have veterans like Yoshihiro Maru and Kaimi Sasagi still fighting for playing time. If Matsumoto and Cabbage meet their hefty expectations, the logic dictates, there is only one spot left, right field, the one Nakayama is fighting for. Why commit to an inexperienced outfielder when the depth chart is already saturated? The answer lies in the sheer quality of his defensive toolset, specifically his arm. Listen to the scouting reports. Forget Cabbage's raw power. Nakayama's average release velocity and carry on throws from the warning track rivals some middle release pitchers. His quick transfer speed and pinpoint accuracy means he turns triples into doubles and keeps runners welded to first base, stated a highly respected Central League scout during the offseason. This strength is statistically validated. While many established outfielders average 4 assists per season, Nakayama hitting 6 in a transitional year showcases a unique aptitude for the position. He proved he can impact the game defensively at an elite level, securing a defensive run saves rating that would place him in the top echelon of NPB outfielders had he played a full season's worth of innings. The critical decision point, the strategic genius behind this official registration change, comes down to focus. Last season, Nakayama was mentally split. He had to prepare for shortstop, third base, and 2 outfield spots, a burden that can cripple a young hitter. Now, with the official commitment, he can fully dedicate his body and mind to perfecting the outfield mechanics. He himself stated in December, "I want to work hard so that I can defend the right field just as my name, Reito, implies, starting from opening day, and stay there." This is not the statement of a utility player. This is the manifesto of a determined starter. His commitment was proven over the winter, when he publicly announced he was rebuilding his body specifically for the rigors of the outfield, focusing on explosive power in his legs and refining his route-running efficiency, a crucial step for a player whose superior range is based on instinct and speed, but needs polish. When we look at his bat, a solid .277 average, 7 home runs, and 32 RBIs last year, that is his offensive floor.
The plot twist here is that by stabilizing his defensive role, the mental clutter disappears, allowing his hitting to potentially explode. Freed from the constant internal debate of which position he might play tomorrow, he can hone his approach, resulting in greater consistency. This official designation is the catalyst that could push his production toward the next tier, perhaps transforming those 7 home runs into 15 or more, making him an irreplaceable two-way threat in right field.
This isn't just about securing a roster spot. It's about capitalizing on his prime asset, his defensive speed and strength, to guarantee him 143 games of playing time, which in turn fuels his growth as a hitter. The coaching staff believes that the consistency afforded by a dedicated position will elevate his average closer to the 280 mark, a benchmark for a true everyday player. The only thing that could stop this breakthrough is injury or a mental lapse in adapting to the professional demands of being a full-time outfielder. But given his resolve and the data that backs up his transition, 2024 is unequivocally the year Reito Nakayama steps into the light, literally and figuratively. What does this official registration change mean for the Giants lineup? We want to hear your thoughts. Do you think Nakayama will surpass 15 home runs now that his defense has stabilized and the position is officially his? Or will the fierce competition from Matsumo and Cabbage still limit his plate appearances and subsequent offensive development? Let us know your predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this deep dive with fellow Giants fans and NPB enthusiasts, and subscribe to 617 News for relentless, data-driven coverage of Japanese baseball.